Hello and welcome back to my Kansas Dynasty here on EA College Football 25. Here we're moving on to the off season. As you can see, Dwayne Meggett wins Heisman Trophy. And the postseason we get to play the Auburn Tigers again in the Texas Bowl. Big 12 versus SEC. So we'll be taking on the 7-5 Auburn Tigers. We are 8-4. We're rocking blue jerseys and helmets this game. Back in the NRG Stadium. And we're knotted up at halftime. Never mind, we're losing. And game kind of gets away from us there at the end. 41-23 is the final score. And here are the stats. Just couldn't get it done, it looks like. 52% from Dion Baskerville. No touchdowns and an interception. Khalik Rugamba led us in rushing. Joey Herron in receiving. Prince Agbana in his last game only had 28 yards. And there's our defense. And here's the season stats. Dion Baskerville, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, completing 57% of his passes. Oh, fine. Here's our rushing stats. A lot of people getting carries. Prince Agbana led us in receiving. Joey Herron caught 10 touchdowns. And here's how our tackles and defense looked. Cortez Teague, 27 for 28 on field goals. And Brenton McBean, 82 punts. And now let's look at some career stats, since these are some of my first seniors. So we got a senior, Prince Agbana. Here's his rushing stats. Strangely, a lot of yards. But here's his career receiving totals. 31 touchdowns, 3,300 yards. And defensively, Javon Russell, a senior, 241 tackles, 4 interceptions. Another Jeff Mechie, 149 tackles, 22 sacks. And Prince Agbana makes his way into the Kansas record book with receiving yards and a career. And here we are outside the national championship, Wisconsin versus Michigan. Let's go look at the CFP bracket, though. Yeah, I don't see a Big 12 team on here, unless I'm missing somebody. I guess we got snubbed. Yeah. Anyway, let's see who brings it home. Coachability went down. That's not good. Yeah, it looks like Michigan takes care of Wisconsin 35-30 in the national championship. I think is that back-to-back now for the Wolverines? Here we are in the offseason, starting with players leaving. Is anybody leaving? Just graduations and projections for the draft. Anyway, on the next week, we're going to look at the draft results. Harry Stewart goes in round 2, and Prince Agbana in round 5. I thought Agbana would have gone higher. 6'3", 217. Maybe not enough production. But let's look at transfers real quick. Here's Bryce Roberson. He'll be fun next year for sure. And I just decided to go with one transfer, one Whimper from Oklahoma. He's only a 2-star, but he's a freshman. And I'm just going to give him all the hours I can in hopes of landing him. And here we are next week, actually, real quick. So we're just going to schedule him a visit. We're going to go ahead and hard sell him as well. We don't really need any transfers. The transfers also aren't really interested in coming here because of how the game is programmed. But we're going to hard sell him on TV time. And then we're going to be able to sim the National Signing Day since I've done all I can on him. But here's how our schedule is going to look for next year. Handful of ranked teams in there, a couple rivalry games. And here we are, setting up a recruiting board. So I'll get back to you once that's done. Here's how my recruiting board turned out. A lot of good players here. Gem 4 stars and other good 3 stars and stuff. 92 speed corner, not bad. Quincy Cushionberry, I have a feeling about. But we have 25 targets on our board. And I'm hoping that we can get them all. Let's advance to the regular season. And we've already got locked out by 3 people. Perfect. But we start off on a bye, so that means we can go and look at recruiting. So we're just going to go down and move Dontrell Jr. and Daryl. And then I'm going to allocate some points and get back to you. Here we go. Points have been allocated. Got the usual suspects of teams to compete for these guys for. Missouri, Iowa, K-State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Nebraska, Colorado, Oklahoma State. That's about it. There's one Tulsa. And then Iowa State. Let's go check out the depth chart before the season starts, though. So Dion Baskerville is going to be our starting quarterback. 89 overall. Redshirt senior. I'm hoping to develop Bryce Roberson. He looks like he could be good, starting off as an 80 as a true freshman. Might see some playing time in year 1 for him. Jimmy Wooten, our starting running back. At wide receiver, we're going to have Marcel Brown at number 1. And Malik Boren and Joey Heron behind him. Emmanuel Littlejohn's our tight end. Here's our offensive line. Very nice. Very much improved from the last couple years. And I think we might have the best edge rushers in the country. The depth, very good. Our linebackers, fast, can tackle. Here's our corners. A lot of speed. Here we go, facing off against the Utah Utes. Start the year. It's number 25. Here we come out of the tunnel. Ready to kick off the year. And at halftime, we're up 14-7. And we kind of take care of business there at the end. 35-21 is your final score. And we start 1-0 on the year. Dion Baskerville, almost 400 passing yards. Played 73% of his passes and 2 touchdowns. Good start for him. Here's how the team looked. 480 yards of total offense. Very nice. Yep, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jimmy Wooten led us in rushing yards. As for receiving, Emmanuel Littlejohn. Maybe I should get a vertical threat tight end. He catches so many passes, but here's my defense. Very nice. Spread the love on tackles. But here we go, back on the recruiting trail. Here's how we're standing in some of these recruiting battles. Just scrolling down, looking at them. And in the next week, we get to play number 16, Virginia. In Virginia. So this is a out-of-conference game. They're always fun, playing people you don't usually play. And We get off to a slow start on offense, and we're down 10-0 quickly. And we go down 13-0. And I decided that it was time that I exercised my right as coach to make a change at the quarterback position. Because I've realized that Deion Baskerville does not have road dog, something that my two backups do. And I think that might play into our struggles on the road sometimes. So I decided I'd give the freshman the reins for this game. And his first drive, he scores a touchdown, actually. And here at halftime, we're going to be down by 10. But we got some offense. Still slow. Here in the fourth quarter, down by 3. And we go ahead and take the lead, actually, 24-20. And we score again. Looks like we're going to go ahead and win this game. Yep. So putting in the backup, Bryce Roberson gets his first collegiate action. He wins us the game. He's also the player of the game. 230 yards, 3 touchdowns. Gets our offense going. We outgain him by about 100 yards. Bryce Roberson, 17 for 27, 3 touchdowns. As for rushing, Jimmy Wooten and Bryce Roberson combined for 124 yards. Emmanuel Littlejohn led us in receiving. And defensively, we're led in tackles by Denton McKenzie with 9 total tackles. And here we are, Akeem Rugamba. Going to go ahead and give him a hard sell as a starter. Angel DeValve, we're also going to sell him. And George, we're going to have his family visit. Here we go, facing off the Nevada Wolfpack in Lawrence. We are now ranked number 22 in the land. Those 2 wins. And we take care of business. No one's surprised. 45-14. Domination. 570 yards of offense. We can do whatever we want. 24 of 33. 72% completions with 4 touchdowns and a pick for Deion Baskerville. Jimmy Wooten, almost 100 rushing yards. Tyler Harline also had a great day. Joey Heron, 9 catches for 140 yards. And our tackles are spread out nicely once again. Niles Isaac, we're going to schedule him for a visit, and he's going to attend a practice with us in hopes of getting him. Marquise Jamerson as well. And Zach Sabry, we're going to soft sell him. Football influencer for Salesi. And Patrick Higgins will be getting prestigious soft sell. Bo Yancey will also get the prove yourself soft sell. And Quincy Cushenberry, I know what he's interested in. He's the clutch, so we're going to soft sell him there. The clutch. That gives us 60 hours, so I'm going to look for someone who can complement Niles Isaac visit. And I believe we're going to choose Bo Yancey. We'll move up to number 18 in the polls as we play the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Got some recruits at this game, and that was a good one to come to as we win 44-20, 21. Doesn't matter. Take care of business. 260 yards for Deion Baskerville, 4 touchdowns. Great day for him. Our defense has been playing great. Like I said, 4 touchdowns. Jimmy Wooten, over 100 rushing yards. Led in receiving by Emmanuel Littlejohn, a common occurrence. Love our tight ends around here. Here's how our defense played. But Niles Isaac now hates us because we don't get enough sacks, apparently. So he has locked us out for now unless we get more sacks. But anyway, back to recruiting. Isaac Wade, he's going to get a soft sell. With TV time as well. So we're going to soft sell him. Then we're going to soft sell James hometown hero. Vi gets a soft sell, and George is getting hard sold with aspirational. Try to get another tight end in here. Ian Upton, the clutch. And Theo Brown is also getting hard sold. Marquez Jamerson, we're going to try to get him on a visit here. He's going to come meet our alumni. 6'8", 293 pounds, a tackle. That's great. Barry Terrell, going to get him on a visit against Missouri. Going to do some one-on-one coaching with him. And Vi, we're going to schedule him as well against Missouri. We're going to have his family come to town. It's from KCMO. Anyway, let's go redshirt players before I forget. So, we're going to start with Bryce Roberson. You could still see playing time. You get 4 games. So he might see some playing time in the future. We'll see if we need him on the road. As for receivers, we're just going to go ahead and redshirt these bottom 2 guys. These are both true freshmen. And at tight end, we're going to redshirt these 3. An offensive line, just if you're a freshman or you're not going to play and you're eligible, you get redshirted. Here's our DNs. They're fantastic. Just look at the depth. Anyway, redshirt them, go down and redshirt these. And then the linebackers here, 91 speed from Ty Conklin. And Vinzel James is going to get a red shirt as well. Very muddy. And I think that's it for red shirts. I don't think that we have an extra kicker or punter. We get our first commit, Niles Isaac. I guess we do enough in that last game. Angel DeValve, George Ofedile from Omaha, 5-star. Bo Yancey from Oklahoma, D-tackle. Pat Akbar has 3 sacks. That's probably why we got back in on Niles Isaac. What a day from him. Big 12 player of the week and national player, defensive player of the week. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. The next one, we're going to finish this season, hopefully make the playoffs. Thanks for watching.